Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Group Chat. It is me and Dee from our homes. It's Sunday night. Anand's out of town. Dee just got back home. It was a big sporting day for the Murthys.
Yeah.
We're going to find out where Dee went.
Sporty Murthys.
Sporty Murthys. Dee went to a very fancy sporting event. I mean, lately, ever since where the fuck did you just get back from, Wimbledon or whatever?
The Ryder Cup.
Yeah, ever since Wimbledon, we've only done sports in the most fanciest of ways.
We're gonna hear that's the only way to do it. I mean, no one wants to do it.
I mean, sports is like, when I think sporting event, I think like popcorn on the ground, soda. You know how your feet always stick to the cement?
Yeah.
Nachos, people screaming, you're getting pushed around a little bit. You left that behind a long time ago.
I saw maybe 25 people and didn't touch my feet didn't touch cement.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we're going to hear all about that. And then we have a lot of news to go over. We got a good episode. Everyone ready? Woo! Let's do it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey, Dee.
Hello, I'm alive. I survived.
What did you survive? Where were you? And why are we? Because here we are. So for our listeners, Dee and I are both in our homes. It's Sunday night. We have a very home vibe here. You can see the difference of our two home vibes.
Mine's a playroom.
Yeah. Where were you today?
So our good friend Omar Miller invited me to the Rams game. They were playing Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady.
Oh, the goat and the Rams.
The goat and the Rams, just a couple farm animals.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
And so he was like, you want to come? And I was like, of course. This is the game I wanted to go to all season. And so I was like, I'll see you there. And I was like, I called him yesterday. I'm like, what's up with the violence? He's like, you're not going to see any violence where we're sitting. I was like, great.
Were you able to watch it from where you were in a suite or something?
Yeah. So he has a suite. It's called the perch suites because you're just perched on top of regular people.
So you're like up above.
Yeah.
So you were able to look down and see any fighting? Did you witness any fights?
No. So what's funny was I got everyone was telling me like, oh, the traffic's crazy, don't drive. So I took an Uber and I got dropped off like a 15-minute walk from the stadium. And I was like, whatever, I'll walk. And we was joking about what to wear. I wore a Rams sweatshirt, what I'm wearing right now.
Oh,
Yankees
no, you
hat.
broke the rule.
Yeah, it was funny is I see a group of guys all wearing like jerseys, and I was like, I'm just going to follow these guys. So I start walking. It's about a 15-minute walk. I get to the stadium, and, the traffic is pretty crazy, but everyone's like in orderly fashion. People are wearing masks. I see the entrance to the stadium. And, of course, I get stuck behind three guys that were jokingly saying, I've left my gun. I'm so glad I left my gun in the car. I was like, that feels good.
Oh, my God. And they were just talking to each other? You just happened to overhear?
Yeah, it happened over here. One was wearing a Tom Brady jersey. Another one was wearing like a Raiders jersey. So I was like,
gosh, Raiders. That guy just came to fight.
Yeah. And old as shit too. So whatever, walk into the stadium. And let me tell you, I've been to a lot of sports stadiums all over the country because, I've just been going to sporting events for a very long time. Yeah. The stadium is spectacular. It's just, if you live in LA or you're coming to LA, if you can go for a concert or whatever, it's insane. It's literally an insane experience. Amazing. So I get, it's a maze just trying to find the suite that Omar has. I start walking around and as usual, no one in the staff is helpful. I'm asking, like, do you know where this is?
Yeah,
Do you know where this is? Nobody knows where anything is in life. Like,
why is that always a thing though? It's stadiums.
no, I mean, it's funny. It's like, I'll be walking around New York City. This has just happened to me 2 weeks ago. I'm walking around. I'm on the phone, minding my own business. Some random like person comes up to me and goes, "Which way is, Houston?" But they say Houston Street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you asking me? Like, why don't you have a phone? You figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And so that happened to me at the stadium where the guy's like, "Don't you have a phone? Like, figure it out."
Yeah. Yep. The roles flipped.
Yeah. So, I'm like, finally I get to the suite, and it is so like far removed from like human contact. It was just insane.
Meaning like you're in your own little just world.
Oh yeah, just own little bubble. And Omar comes, and Omar obviously is an actor, and he played the general manager of the Rams in.
Oh, I didn't even think about
show,
that.
Yeah, on the TV show The Ballers. So it's funny just the interaction people have with him, because like obviously that was his role. Yeah. And we're just chilling, we're hanging out, we're just talking. Finally, game starts. We're going back and forth watching. Finally, at halftime, I was like, "Let's go to the Bootsy Velos suite," which is on the field level of the Rams Stadium.
Yeah.
And so completely different vantage point. And I mean, Brian's like, "Yeah, it's on level 1." Very helpful. I mean, this place is like 7,000 freaking acres or whatever. Yeah. It's like, that means nothing. Level 1. So we take the elevator down, and the security is like, "Oh, do you have credentials?" Because it's like literally on the field. And the lady is like freaking out. Luckily, Omar and his friend are actors. A lady at the Rams recognizes him and says, "Oh, where are you guys going?" We're like, "Oh, we're going to the Bootsy Suite." She's like, "I'll walk you there." Like, dumb luck. She walks us. It's like a 1 mile walk to get to this place. We finally get there, and I mean, it is insane what they got going on in there.
Tell me about it. Leak some of the inside info.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they have a full-blown DJ inside the suite. It's kind of like Hyde was at Staples. And then a full bar, free food, like tables that if you want to buy, you can buy tables. And everyone's in there. Like, it's like if Delilah was at a football game.
Really?
So, yes. I mean, like YG was there. I mean, it's just like everyone we know is just hanging out watching a football game. I mean, I don't know if they're watching the game, but they're there. And it's just a completely different experience of like of just experiencing like a sporting event, because it's like a social thing, but the game's going on. You can watch whenever you want, and if you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch. You can just kind of shoot the shit and drink and whatever. Yeah, I think Uber is the one place I've been wearing a mask pretty consistently, but outside of that, I haven't really. I mean, I'll walk into like if I have to go into a store or something, I'll forget to wear a mask and no one will even say anything to me.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, who knows where it goes? I don't know what happens into the winter, but right now it feels like we're in a good spot.
Yeah, I think it's good. And I don't know. I haven't been following hospitalization rates. I've like tuned out COVID.
I think that's just what everyone's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that like you don't know, once again, in LA, to be super exact, where there's a lot of vaccination, the rates are very high. It feels like you just don't know anyone that's like gotten really, really, really sick. And so the fear kind of is gone. Like, it just feels like, I don't know, I'm not even checking anymore because, I know 10 people that have had it in the last 2 weeks and like no one said anything more than, a flu.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the case.
Well, let's hope for the best. It feels like we're on the right side, maybe, unless some new variant comes and just screws us.
I seriously hope not.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, really quickly, Anand's actually also at a sporting event. He's in Milwaukee.
I saw that. Why Milwaukee?
So Ryan Braun, one of his best friends who went to Granada Hills High School with us, went on to be a professional baseball player, all-star, MVP. He announced his retirement a few weeks ago, and we talked about it. And they retired his jersey and all. It was like a whole retirement ceremony in the stadium.
Yeah.
So the Brewers flew out all of Ryan's family and friends. So Anna went out for that. Anna has a good story. His plane had to emergency land in Denver because someone had like a sickness on the flight.
No.
Yes, and so they had to deplane, replane, and then he flew into Chicago, took a car service from Chicago to Milwaukee. And so I'm sure he'll share all about that, but I haven't heard. He just told me about the game and like the game experience, but I'm sure he'll have some good stories of his one night in Milwaukee.
Oh my God. Okay, that'll be a good update. He'll be back for Tuesday's episode?
Yeah, he's flying home tonight right now.
Okay, perfect. That'll be a good Tuesday update.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some news. There's some stuff popping up, and I guess this is another thing. This sort of almost feels like COVID, but I have a feeling it hasn't gone away, is inflation. Is inflation still a concern, like leading into the holidays, holiday shopping? What's the update there?
So I think there's a couple of points of inflation. So there's obviously like raw material inflation we're seeing across the board, and obviously higher labor costs. But I think the biggest challenges is shipping costs. So specifically in like small goods and apparel and just
cost and delays, like nobody can get their stuff and it's expensive if you do.
Exactly. And so depending on the category, you're seeing like low end 3, 4, 5%, some areas 10, 15%. And then shipping costs on containers are up just an astronomical amount. We've talked about this. Back in the day, a 40-foot container would cost $1,500 to $2,500 to ship. Now it's like $16,000 to $20,000 to ship. And, we thought that was just like, okay, that's a problem that us small companies are facing. Costco came out and said, we are now seeing those issues in a lot of our suppliers. So Costco announced. Nike, which said they're still having an unprecedented demand, are saying that holidays were expected to be challenging because of shipping delays. So if Nike, Costco have shipping delays, you can imagine everyone else is completely screwed on what to expect. So I think, and Nike stock got hammered for it on Friday because they were like not able to they don't believe they're going to have enough product for the holiday season.
Yeah.
So, but what's interesting is like you see this is like a shipping problem across the entire industry. But one person who I'm just shocked that has unlimited inventory was on Friday. Haley and I and the kids were walking through the Grove, and we saw the longest line for Apple.
Did the phone actually come out on Friday? Is that what happened?
Yeah, the phone came out, and first of all, what are these idiots doing? Waiting in line. I get it when the first iPhone came out because it was the first time this phone had ever came out.
Yeah.
Every subsequent one after that, what the fuck are you actually getting? A slightly better camera, and you're waiting in line for hours? Like you gave up your whole day to get a phone that's already in your pocket?
Yeah.
Why don't you wait 1 week and just pull up when there's nobody there?
Yeah.
The line was so long. I literally was like, how dumb are these people? By the way, if you're a listener and this happened, this is like, why are you waiting in line? I can't comprehend it.
That's the thing. That's the brand power.
But you can get it on the internet.
I know it doesn't matter. I know, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. You got to have like the day of release. I waited in line. I have it. And for those, because I think probably if you order it online, I don't know when those start arriving, but probably like maybe this week. And you had 3 days of being a hero.
Is it just a flex for 2 days on Instagram that you got it?
Totally. And around your friends. It's like, look what I got, bitch. You broke bitch. And then they have their Wednesday and they're like, fuck.
By the way, I waited 6.5 hours.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You got 4 good days of being the coolest one in the group.
You're wearing a mask for 6.5 hours to get a freaking phone.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy because I guarantee you, like, I mean, how many Apple stores do you think had lines? Like
all of them.
All of them. There's so many.
And by the way, what's interesting is they clearly have not announced a chip shortage.
Yeah, I'm so confused. Where's the chip shortage? Where's the shipping delays? Where's the problems? How is Apple just above all of these global problems?
So there's one thing we have heard. They go to, and we talked about this on a previous episode a while back, they go to all the chip manufacturers and they buy up all their production capacity for years. So they'll buy 5 years in advance, 2 years in advance. So that's one thing. Second, I don't think they boat anything. I'm sure they're airing all their phones.
That's so crazy. That's because so expensive.
It's $1,200 for this stupid phone that people are waiting 6 hours for. Yeah. There's no discount codes. There's no nothing. And these idiots are lining up in physical time. It's not like you're lining up in the metaverse. You're lining up in real life. I mean, especially if you're one of those nerds that are into the metaverse and you're waiting in line in real life, I can't look at you in the face in real life.
Yeah, that makes sense. So far, the list of people that you haven't been able to look in the face in real life on this episode has been really good. People who sit in the normal seats at Rams games. I love it. Look, I agree. I agree across the board. And I think, I don't know. It's just, look, I think the line thing, just to talk about the line thing, I think the line thing it's like fun for some people. I don't know. I think it's fun to be like, yo, I waited and I got it. And it's a thing. I don't get it. Because here's the problem. Totally agree. And look, as I know that you're someone who absolutely despises lines. And so it makes zero sense. It doesn't make sense to me either. But the biggest thing that doesn't make sense to me is you said this, but you can literally go next week to an Apple store and they'll have it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like sold out forever.
Yeah.
Like eventually, sooner than later, it's just always in the stores forever. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Well, props to Apple for being able to avoid like these crazy issues because I haven't heard one thing from them.
Yeah.
What about the especially crypto world, but especially Bitcoin? I'm so confused about. So China like outlawed Bitcoin transactions, crypto transactions,
currency transactions.
But I thought they had already done that. Like, are they just doing a little bit more? Are they like, what's their beef with crypto and where? Why it feels like every couple months I hear about a new like China ban on crypto.
Yeah, I mean, I think they had essentially banned it, but I think what they're trying to make it clear that they're trying to ban any peripheral, any type of kind of transactions that may involve cryptocurrency, that it's all illegal and it has a impact on national security and social stability. That's the story they're selling to their people, and that's why they have to ban it. Obviously,
they're trying to make their own. Aren't they working on their own?
They're working on their own digital coin, but I think they just don't want this decentralized kind of potentially like no world. Yeah, exactly. Because like, God forbid it actually works. Yeah. Then it definitely undermines what's happening in China. So I think that piece is like kind of scary for them. But I think like what I think the interesting thing to note is because crypto prices plummeted based on that announcement, which isn't new. It's been happening. I think that the funny part is Facebook is banned, Google is banned, YouTube is banned, everything's banned. But all of those companies are still multi-trillion-dollar companies that are doing fine without China. So I'm surprised that the crypto market doesn't recognize that it doesn't need China.
Yeah, I agree. But I think to me, so here's my perspective that also makes me like slightly nervous is it sort of is like against the whole crypto like promise, which is like it's it's a decentralized government can't get their hands on it, whatever. And then when you see a government just banned it and made it illegal, and you assume that their people are going to be so scared by that they're not going to try to do it. It sort of is like, okay, well then, so every government could just ban this thing and then it's dead. You know, like it shows you like a pathway to it being dead, because pretty much every government has incentive to kill it right now. And you know what I mean? I think that's like the perspective that feels sketchy.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with that. I just think, I mean, America can't ban anything.
Well, yeah, no chance. Yeah. I mean, you can literally get yourself a friggin' machine gun, some crypto.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they. What are we going to regulate? We're incapable of regulating anything. But
so, are you saying that like the current price and the current concept of, let's say, Bitcoin, even if you just had the U.S., it's still incredibly valuable?
Yeah, I mean, I think even if you didn't have the U.S. or China, it's still incredibly valuable, because it's one of the only things in the world that the entire world is participating on. Yeah. It's truly a global currency. And so that's why I think it's irrelevant if China and or America participates. Obviously, if they do, it's way bigger. And by the way, you ban it in China and you ban it in America, let's say that ever happens, what do you think is going to happen? More people are going to want it.
Yeah.
It's actually in the country's best interest to embrace it and help trying to control it instead.
That's what I wonder. I wonder if it's at the point where it just, no matter what you do, it can't be banned. Because if so, that is the concept of what it is. You know, like if you see like, oh, look at all the people that are still transacting or holding coins in China, it proves the exact concept of what it stands for.
I think it's like guns. You can't ever ban guns in America. It's done. Like the best you can do is, enact some laws that help protect people, but like you can't ban guns. We're not taking guns out of people's hands ever. So, and neither are we going to do with crypto. Like that, all of us own crypto in our wallets. If you ban it, what do you think? We're going to sell it? No, we know it's going to go up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like Bitcoin already started to go up today a little bit. Yeah. Minor, but it looks like out of the kind of big dent it was in.
And, we're going to start announcing, we're going to announce hopefully shortly, we're partnering up with Ledger to kind of do our weekly trades on Ledger's trading platform. And the users can trade along with us, which will be pretty fun.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope that we're better than Warren Buffett. Now, I know that sounds crazy. I know that's a big ask, but it turns out there's a hamster, like a little furry hamster that is performing better than Warren Buffett and the S&P 500 currently directing trades. So look, if the hamster's better, I'm just saying I hope we're better. I just hope we're at least, I don't have to be better than the hamster, but I got to be in between the hamster and Warren Buffett.
I think instead we just get a hamster.
You know what? Better point. Why don't we get a hamster, and why don't we say this is the group chat Ledger trading hamster, and we do what it does?
I mean, this is basically, there used to be a thing in the Wall Street Journal where they used to have like a monkey pick, or like you throw a dart. It's just proving that like when things are good, anyone can pick winners. And so there's a hamster. His name is Mr. Gox. He runs on a hamster wheel, and he can go between two tunnels. And based on those two tunnels, they decide what currency to buy and sell. And it's live on Twitch, YouTube. You can watch it. And this hamster is up 20% since June.
Now that's good content.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, like everything is up, and I think the thing that if I was a fund manager, that I would be very wary of. People now have all the information, right? So they can trade on their own. 25 years ago, you didn't have the information, and we just all invested in mutual funds, and that was the way to invest. Yeah. But now, like, your mutual fund strategy isn't outperforming the average Joe. So the average Joe is going to eventually be like, why am I paying fees to invest in a mutual fund
Yeah.
or invest in any platform? And I think if there's a hamster, I mean, like the hamster's up 20%. Let the hamster pick your crypto, pick your stocks.
On TikTok, one of the big trends is that you can copy. So I actually didn't know this before TikTok, that there's like these sites and stuff where they post, you can look up people's trading activity and you can just copy it and do what they do. And one of the biggest things on TikTok is copying Nancy Pelosi's investing habits, whatever she does. Because, like she's big on TikTok for being like the world's greatest investor, right? Because, obviously all of the insider trading speculation. But there's, people just copy. You could be a kid on Robinhood and just copy Nancy Pelosi's investment portfolio.
Yeah, I mean, and it's that easy. You could just copy rich people's. I mean, you could always copy Warren Buffett's strategy. He's the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. It's a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
You could literally, if you wanted to mimic his strategy and not pay any fees, you could do it. He just holds on to shit for a long ass time.
Yeah.
That's his strategy.
Yeah,
He's
not that hamster.
Yeah, the hamster's in and out.
In and out. Yeah, just 5,000 trades today. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah.
Do hamsters have to pay taxes, or they could just kind of do their own thing?
Tim?
That's a good question.
I feel like
why am I the expert on that?
I'm saying these fucking capitalist pig hamsters might be fucking us.
Capitalist pig hamsters?
Yeah, pig hamsters. Yeah. What's up with, there's we got to talk about golf. I mean, it's a topic jump, but golf is just crushing. I mean, I was right on time, I just got to say.
Yeah.
And it's so much so that Dick's Sporting Goods is just on fire thanks to golf.
Yeah.
The Ryder Cup was this weekend. Incredible tournament. Really fun. A lot of screaming, USA, USA, people chugging beers. There's a little bit more like what we talk about golf should be, like more modernized.
Yeah.
We just crushed Europe. So USA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we crushed them. And I think Europe's had it for the last, I don't know how long, a very long time. They've had the Ryder Cup, and we finally came back and just smashed them.
Yeah.
But the point is, golf is just on fire, and it seems to be like more than just, it's something you could do during the pandemic. It seems to really be catching in a big way. Oh, last thing. Drake, his whole new Nocta collection is a fucking golf collection. And it was dedicated to his uncle, who was the golfer in the family, and he wrote this thing about, it's all like a golf inspired collection. So golf's hot. I jumped in on the trend at the right time. And what do you think about it?
So 24.8 million people played golf in the US in 2020. It's only up 2% year over year, but it's up, which is the largest increase in 17 years. And I mean, I think the golf brands have just seen insane growth. Yep. Like the golf ball brands, the golf club brands, and then
even the brands like Malbon and those kind of smaller, cool. I think they've seen a lot of growth.
I mean, I just see it, and I think it's probably, my guess is that millennials have now finally embraced golf. So our generation is now playing golf. Because I mean, on my Instagram all day, I see my peers somehow engaging with golf in some way. And I think it could be as simple as Top Golf or going to the driving range or actually going to a golf course or whatever it is. So, I mean, it clearly is just a huge opportunity, but it's one of those sports, when you go to an NFL game or you watch NFL on TV, it's so fucking good of an experience.
Yeah.
But nobody says that about golf yet.
No. Going to watch it?
Going to watch it, even play it. Why not make even the playing experience even better? Why isn't there a golf course where it is the experience that we actually want, which is alcohol and food and fun food? I'm I've never heard that any country club has good food. Or
I think the really, really crazy expensive ones do, but nothing that's and look, most people don't go to country clubs. Most people just go to public courses and they don't necessarily have good food. I agree. To me, it's just because there already is alcohol. There already is food technically. There already is whatever, but like you just gotta like young it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's so pyrotechnics. Sure,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Put some turbo boosters on my golf cart. I just
flames.
I feel like it's still like young people acting like old people, as opposed to it being like a young, fun environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even the clothes are boring.
Yeah. You have to act. You have to act like an old, rich white dude, pretty much, is like the game. Like you play Halloween. Yeah. It's like Halloween. You have to dress up like you're wealthy, old, and rich. And then you get to go get drunk and have fun with your friends. But yeah, I agree.
It's such a big opportunity for the sport to like, I mean, especially amongst men, golf is just so popular in general, and you can really like bring in a whole demographic of people and make the sport bigger than ever instead of being this like exclusive elitist thing. But you got to like freshen it up. Like you got to redo it, and you got to make the experience something that people really like. From what I saw, the Ryder Cup experience looked amazing. I've heard Waste Management in Phoenix or Scottsdale is amazing, but like, why not just have it just a big party? Who doesn't like a big party? I don't care if you're old, rich, white guy. You still want a party.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that, you know what else is? I think that golf has become big, like on social media. And I think, like, I don't know, maybe once again, maybe this is just because I'm newly paying attention, but it seems like over the pandemic and beyond, like golf finally found like a social media thing. And it was like, it's cool to post that you're golfing. There are cool golf pages. There's like golf feuds going on between players, and people keep updated on that, and golf memes or whatever. And it seems to me like it's finally like the young people actually driving the conversation, as opposed to like we're saying, like they're just going and trying not to get yelled at by the old people at the country club.
Yeah, so I agree. I think social media definitely has had a huge impact on the sport because it makes it feel fun, young, and it's like, go hang out with your buddies.
Yeah.
But I also think the experience isn't there yet. Like Top Golf is an example of how probably most people want to play golf.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And I've never been there. It looks incredible.
Everyone I know that goes to Top Golf all around the country, it's like sloppy, drunk mess.
I mean, I feel like you're going to see like if you looked at a chart of golf cart injuries pre the Dee makeover and then post, it's just through the roof. It's just people hammered, like, let's fucking party, and then just running into trees.
Yeah, like you have your Buffalo Wild Wings, you know, and smack some balls.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, totally agree. Okay, another topic jump. Elizabeth Holmes. What's the update? I mean, her trial is going as we speak. Do we get any juicy info? Is anything new? I mean, I heard that the approach, last I heard was the approach was that the guy, I forget his name, Sonny,
yeah.
Sonny was like, abusive to her and sort of directed her to do all these terrible things. And that was sort of the defense angle. But that's the last I've heard. You heard anything?
So there's some pretty interesting text messages between Elizabeth Holmes and Sonny Balwani that was exposed in the trial. So,
oh no.
Elizabeth Holmes texts Sonny, because they were dating at one point.
Yeah.
You are the breeze in desert for me, my water and ocean, meant to be only together, tiger. And Balwani responds, okay.
No.
Yes.
I was literally going to joke. I was going to say a joke and be like, cool. But he actually did that.
Yes. So, I mean, this is like the big discussion on social media. Like, what's about to come out in this trial. Why wouldn't you just like make a plea bargain? I guess, I mean, at this point, you're all in. You got to go through with the whole trial and see what happens. But I mean, all this information for the world to see is pretty freaking crazy.
That's the crazy thing about this stuff is like, yeah, maybe they didn't have a good option shorten this up, but there's so much of this. I'm reading them now. This is crazy. Well, we'll see. I mean, how long do you think this whole process takes? My last question.
How long?
Oh yeah, how long? Yeah. You ready?
Yep.
How long do you think this trial will take if you had to guess, and like when we'll get some sort of verdict? If she's going to jail or what's going on?
I don't know. I haven't actually been following the trial. I just saw the text, but I don't think it's going to take that long. I mean, we're getting pretty deep here pretty quick.
Yeah, I feel like we'll just we'll get like little spatterings of like embarrassing info or newsworthy stuff, and then I feel like a couple weeks or something you might have some sort of verdict?
Probably. I mean, I honestly have not been following the trial at all. I mean, at this point, who knows what's going to actually happen? Like, very rarely do these types of kind of call it financial white collar crimes truly get punished. So
yeah.
I mean, I kind of given up hope.
I think maybe we should do like next week or later this week. We'll do like a group chat bet between the three of us of like what the outcome is.
How much time they get? Yeah,
loser has to pay for another dinner at Salt Bay.
By the way, I've gotten a few people that have gone and had the similar experience.
Really?
Yeah.
I was worried you might get threatened.
No, I mean, Salt Bay is in Turkey. He's Turkish. We're never going to see that guy.
I just thought maybe a local. Maybe there's a passionate busboy.
Yeah. I mean, if you work there, you should be seriously looking for another job.
So a lot of people agreed.
Yeah. I mean, the few people that I got reached out by were also saying that it was a very, very unpleasant experience given the price.
Okay. Well, now we know. Okay, let's end strong with a little bit of just straight up gossip.
Yeah.
Apparently, The Weeknd is dating Angelina Jolie, or at least that's what the speculation is.
Yeah.
The old cougar.
Yeah. Angelina Jolie, 36, Weeknd, 31.
46.
Oh, 46. My bad. Sorry.
31. Yeah.
Just out and about at Giorgio Baldi in Santa Monica.
I would say good for The Weeknd, but I think it's actually good for Angelina.
Yeah, I think it's a bigger look for her.
Yeah, she bagged up the young star.
Yeah, and so I'm curious to see what happens. There is a meme going around that a friend of mine sent me, and it says he's East African. She's going to adopt him.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not even going to laugh at that because I don't want that on record.
I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Amazing. All right. Well, hey, there you go. It's a meme. We didn't make it up.
It's nothing to do with us. It's a meme that we saw on the internet. That's it.
There you go. We're just reporting. Okay, we're reporting the news. Jeez.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, anyway, good for them. He got a new mega mansion, and Mrs.
got a superstar as a girlfriend.
Good job. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all we got. Is there anything we're missing? Any shout outs? Anything like that?
I don't think so. Tim, do we have anything?
No shout outs.
Okay, there it is. Okay, Tuesday we're all back in studio. Thank you guys for hanging with us. Are we going to get this out by the end of the night, Tim?
Yeah, I can flip this.
Okay. There you go. Okay, there it is. And everyone have a great start to your week.
Yes, let's get it.
Bye-bye.